the teaching to a test, so to speak, is so regimented that it takes away, the element of creativity, the option to be creative in what you're doing. It does suck the joy out of learning.
Well, my third grader that year was a gifted student and was stressed out. Every morning we would sit down for breakfast and he would almost bawl to the fact that he was so scared that he might mess up one test and be held back. So it's just a stress that I feel that 8 and 9-year-olds shouldn't have to deal with.
In the classes where I do have to take any away at the end of the year, I would say they do spend a lot of time on test prep.
You expect something, one thing, and then say, okay, no, it's gonna be different this year, and it's like, okay, I don't know if we don't know if we studied for that, or hopefully the teachers got it, got that information so they can know what to study for, since it's always changing.
Their priority is, how am I gonna get through the day? Am I gonna eat? Am I gonna be able to pick up my sister on time? Am I gonna be able to? And that has more impact on how they're gonna perform on a test than anything than the teacher could ever do. And that just goes back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If they don't have their basic fundamental needs met, a test is meaningless. And especially their score is meaningless, and it's definitely meaningless when it connects to how well the teacher is, or how. In stats we call this confounding variables. There are all these things that are not being taken into account of that are interfering with the results.
Our kids honestly feel like they spend the first semester learning grade level material and they spent the second semester preparing for the tests. On what planet is that okay? When did we ever get to a situation where we thought that spending 3 months or 4 months teaching the kids how to take these series of tests is going to be beneficial?
It's not an authentic assessment of them as a person very often, because so many of them, it's astonishing how many third graders wet their pants over a test and freak out and don't do well. It's sad. And it's not authentic because I can't look at that test and say, okay, this is where you struggled. Let's go back and unravel why you struggled. And you and I work together to fix it. There's nothing there. I never get that back. No kid gets that back. They just go, stamp, that's what, you're proficient, you're unsatisfactory, we're gonna bonk. And kids carry that like a brand.